those do. Anything in particular, or?
I go with the first one. That was easy. Then after that, like I was.
On shit.
I was confused about silver and then whatever.
Yeah, I know it's like, is it silver nitrogen oxide?
See, I thought silver nitroxide, and I was like, wait, that can't be it.
Because this is the key. How many elements are there? 3. There's 3 elements. Look for a polyatomic.
Okay, so then we would.
But it's bonded.
I thought only charges. Wait, that was awesome. But you know, there's not a polyatomic.
What is that?
Is it taking the
Atom,
charge from?
isn't it? No. Nitrate.
A nitrate has a -1 charge. In this case, this is silver, which is a transition metal. Okay? From this, you can deduce that it's a +1. You also, silver is one of the 3 transition metals that only carry a single charge. Silver will only be a plus charge. Remember, silver is a +1, zinc is a +2, scandium is +3.
Do we have that?
They are in the notes. Whenever I went over the stock system, we had done that. But that's like on here a couple times is I did not put, like whenever I'm naming them, number 2 is silver nitrate when I'm working your answer key. And the reason I'm doing that is so that you know, but I'm going to put a note down at the bottom.
Please, Alex Seller, Isaac Canada, Brandon Gibson,
Okay?
Nathaniel Vance, need to report to the
I got
Digital
taped
Learning
out
Center.
one of the on Monday. Didn't you?
Well, all I had was a little bit of time to think about it. Y'all need to take it tomorrow.
So it's silver nitrate. It's just silver nitrate.
It's just silver nitrate. In this case, you don't have to name it silver 1 nitrate.
Some of these are so simple, and then the other ones make it so hard.
This is the proper name. This right here, all day correct. And okay, tomorrow on your quiz, if I give this to you, there's some people that's going to do this. This isn't an AP chemistry class. Okay, you're not in AP chemistry. So in this case, I'm going to take that. Because I think you're just now getting exposed to this. I'm okay giving you this. If you put that 1 there because you deduce that silver has a +1 charge and that it's a transition metal, I'm not mad.
So we don't get a half these. We don't have to see.
No. Polyatomics must be memorized. And I'll only use those ones that we highlighted that I gave you.
Are we gonna need to like memorize these? Like.
You'll need to have them because you'll have to use them. I'd already gave those in class and some people had wrote them down, but somebody asked for a printout of one, so I figured I'd just print them and give it to everybody. Barium chromate.
That was the answer. You're welcome.
What did you say?
Barium chromate.
That's 30. Yeah.
How many atoms are there? How many elements?
3.
Okay, so I got 3. Look for a polyatomic.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Let's see. The dead giveaway for me when I'm looking for polyatomics, I look for his oxygens at the end. And then I look at what's bonded with it.
There's no C on it. It's chromate.
You gotta be able to spot these hanging out in here. Because it's not obvious jumping off to you.
So the charges don't need to match up.
It should.
I've got CR042, and then like there's the two. Oh, it's got a +1 charge on both of them.
Yeah, there's a +1 here and a +1 there, but here, what's the charge on there? It's in the second column. +2. What's Chromax charge? -2. So in that case, barium, chromate.
So I have
Anyway,
to remember
reports are
these
in
boxes.
1066.
You have to remember them. I promise you I'm going to use them.
Number 6. I mean, it looks easy, but I'm a little confused.
About what part?
It's
But it'd just be
like
like,
magnesium bromide, but that makes MgBr2.
what, just say magnesium, bromate? No, less, what's less?
It has to be.
Is that what you do, like less than one? So it'd be pro-bromate or something?
You're trying to do what I've warned against, and what I'm trying to get you out of the thing for. And I'm not being mean when I say this. But okay, number 6. You're looking for a polyatomic, and you're expecting a polyatomic just because you had a polyatomic. How many elements are there in 6? 2. Does it have a charge? No. So there's no polyatomic there. It's not a polyatomic. So don't look for a polyatomic. Don't just do something because you just did it.
So how do you determine whether it's a polyatomic?
Dead giveaway is there's more than 2 elements. And if there's 2 elements, there's a charge.
So would it be like how it's wrong?
So like in the
Metal, non-metal.
So a non-metal and a non-metal is covalent.
Yep. Okay, so like in this, if you look,
So then the,
how many elements are there?
2.
Is there a charge?
no.
Am I showing a charge?
No.
No. So is this a polyatomic?
No.
No.
Sulfur oxide. Now it is.
No.
Now is it a poly?
Yeah.
So I put a charge with it. Okay, let's do
No.
Yes.
is there a polyatomic in there?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not showing charge though, so it doesn't matter.
Yes.
There's a polyatomic.
I think it is.
She's saying there is. You're saying yes, no, yes, no.
No, finally.
Sodium charge.
2.
2. Sodiums are positives, and there's 2 of them, so it is a +2. How can sodium bond with something? Sodium's forming this ionic bond with stuff, and it comes off of electrostatic interactions. So for this positive charge to bond here, there has to be that negative. The only thing I changed, this is the only thing I changed. You got the 2 negative there? I put 2 positives to hide it. There's a trick. I'm hiding that negative here with these positives. You have to look and know that sodium is +1. There's 2 of them, there's +2. In this case, there's 3. 3 elements. If you got 3 elements, polyatomic all day, there has to be a polyatomic there. Everything else we've done has been 2, except for polyatomics.
So 3 elements, there's always a polyatomic.
you gotta find the poly. Like it can be, like they did one on there like this. I really liked it. I want to do something different. I don't want to use the examples. I got you to work. Let's do. How many elements?
3.
3. So what's that mean?
There's polynomial.
There's a polyatomic somewhere. This case, dead giveaway.
Ammonium.
Ammonium. I got it in parentheses because I had to have multiple of it. So I got ammonium. And just name it how we've been
But
named.
then there's the 3, so what about that?
That just means that there's 3 there, and this is why. What's the charge on the nitrogen?
Plus 1. 3.
3.
So just hit it again.
Yeah, whenever you're putting them together, it hides your charges.
This is a stupid question, but how do you determine the charge? I've done for
Nitrogen, what's the column on the periodic table?
15.
So it'll tell you that it'll go to 18. To get to 18, it'll pick up 3 first. I mean, to get to 8, get the full octet, sorry. To get the full octet, it has 5 valence electrons, so it's easier to pick up 3, form -3 charge. 15th column, -3 charge. Okay, first column +1, second column +2, 13th column +3, 14, really don't worry about them, take them out. 15th is -3, 16th is -2, and 17th is -1, and 18 don't belong there.
That's scientific. Can I type it in now or in seats?
Yeah. You can do it now or you can do it 6.
Okay, I got it. Right.
All I'm doing is hiding these because I wouldn't put that there. That positive's not going to be shown there. They're taking care of each other.
So that's an ammonium nitrate. So how do you know that it's nitrite? Not nitrate.
Nitrogen,
Okay,
it's just an N. Take off the OGEN, but IDE.
So how's it not like nitrite? Oh wait, no, never mind. Okay.
It's just not a poly.
Gotcha.
It's a great question though, because if I gave you this, let's say I did something like this. Then what would you have?
Ammonium. No.
How many elements are in there?
4.
So,
Would you just like name like ammonium and then 3 and then name it? And then just put them together?
ammonium nitrate. See how these are getting, these are to the point where I'd say these are a little complicated. And this is what I like to do. I'm giving you all these complex ones. You're so focused in, and I'm like, I'm gonna give them an easy one.
Okay, so when do we use that chart you gave us?
Prefixes,
No, again.
polyatomics.
It's like that you pick the root and
That is for your help in trying to memorize all your polyatomics.
okay.
It's,
So we don't need to use that to like figure out any of that.
I like to use it because in this case, what is this? Sodium, SO4 sulfate. There's my root. But if I did this,
I think if I memorized these, I'd be a lot better off. I'm gonna try to do that.
You can do that.
So the nitrate is.
But if I drop the oxygen on there from 4 to 2, then what is it? Sodium. Sodium hyposulfite.
I don't get the hypo.
Because there's 2 less than the root. It's just letting you know that it's 2 away from the root.
Well,
So your root is the OTB.
Yep.
O2, is that just oxygen? Is that a second?
I'm asking you to name this one because I'll give you all these hard ones like this. You get your heart racing. You're like, oh God. And then I get you here. And I'm like, super simple, that quick. And you're done.
Is it not just like this oxide?
Oxygen?
What am I supposed to do? It can't just be oxygen, that's too simple. Alright, well maybe it's not.
Why? Why in this case is it
Because
oxygen?
it's a diatomic.
It's a diatomic. 7 diatomics exist in nature. I'm going to keep using the diatomics a trick. I personally promise you. Huh?
What are the 7 diatomics?
Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine.
I'll probably write this down.
Thank you.
So,
I was nice. And I shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been.
What else I would say? Bring it with.
I know everything that has a 7 diatomics. Yeah, I'm stressed. What did we say the 7 diatomics were?
potassium hydroxide.
hydroxide?
Chlorine, bromine,
I don't even know that.
This one? It's like makes a 7.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
and
so
then if you
bad.
look at it, like there's 3 and then there's 4 and 6.
Would number 10 be hydroxide?
And then nitrogen. Okay.
The 3 is really throwing me for a loop.
And for your charges, if you need to know that.
Maybe
I have
it's,
one right
mm,
here.
maybe it's iron is 3 hydroxide?
I lost all my
He's got a polyatomic.
Oh, yeah.
He just shows how to do one like that. Already.
Yeah, let me see that if you don't. Anybody else just and what's the stuff I done before? Remember the day before? I have this written down, but I don't remember why. Thank you very much.
All right. Question.
Yeah. Number 10. Would that be iron hydroxide?
What is iron?
What's iron? The metal.
Transition metal.
So,
Latasha Harper came to the office. Latasha
It'd
Harper.
be iron 3?
what?
Iron 3 hydroxide?
Iron 300.
What she did?
Which one is that?
That's number 10 off there. As the Fe parentheses OH in parentheses 3.
I didn't Yeah, you could do that. I mean, I'm kind of stupid, but still.
You're not stupid, do not say that.
What would be number 5?
Okay, that's one of those, I'll take 2 answers.
I
I
thought
would take
zinc
zinc sulfate.
Wait, what was it?
Zinc sulfate or zinc 2 sulfate.
Oh, I got neither of those.
What'd you get?
Personal faith, but I don't know how to like do all that stuff.
It's okay. Look, it's okay. I know this is difficult. Okay, when I say this, nobody passed this quiz last year. I mean that. Nobody passed this quiz.
What was the highest last year?
The highest, I think, was in the 40s, and it came from somebody you would not expect to have had it. Not saying it. It's good.
So it'd be zinc sulfate?
Good. Because zinc will only carry, zinc's one of those that only carries a single charge, it'll be a 2. But in that case, if you gave me zinc 2 sulfate, I'll take that. I'm not going to push y'all so hard. This is new to y'all. This is completely new. Some people start their chemistry class out with this. Just
Are you gonna pull out a mole conversion on this quiz?
all's fair game.
Yeah, Tyler never learned how to do multi-versions in the first place.
Okay, so let's say, you know how we're combining things together?
Yeah.
Things can get very, very equal.
Are you gonna do that on this one? Like that S clause, P box.
We won't tell anyone if you tell us you want to.
Yeah.
I'm mad at him for wanting it Monday, not coming in here anyway. Just saying.
People probably won't show up tomorrow.
It's fine.
You know why?
We'll finish it.
And then you put this chemical source.
But, guys, I think we should make a group chat with Mary and just tell her all the evil things he does to her.
I think that's fair.
What is it?
Okay, so in this case,
All fair game.
I'll go right ahead.
Well, good.
Blow my wife up. We eating mowing today, and she'll look at me and be like, "Will you tell him to stop?" I said, "No."
What? Which just amplifies evil.
How many molecules have read 78.9 grams of carbon dioxide? Every time before, I gave you this.
Oh, now we have to figure out our own. Okay.
So, you have carbon dioxide, so CO2. That's the new stuff you learned.
Is this seminar?
No, this is, they have a chemistry quiz tomorrow, they're one,
Oh,
two.
this is tutoring.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so when you look at this, you have to be able to take off the periodic table. Carbon, you have 1 carbon. Oxygen, you have 2 oxygens. And you multiply that by the molecular mass off the periodic table. So carbon is, I think on the one I gave y'all is 12.1, maybe 12.011. And then this one's, is it just 16? Other ones have 15.999. All right, multiply it out. It's 12.01 and it's 32. Add them together. So now we have the molecular mass of this. Now I know I need the molecular mass because I'm starting with the grams going to molecules. So then I start with the grams. So 78.9 grams of CO2. Set that over 1. I gotta get to moles. So 1 mole of CO2 is equal to the molecular mass we just calculated, 44.01 grams of CO2. Grams of CO2 will cancel, and I'm gonna multiply that. I need moles to cancel. Moles go on the bottom.
come to the office, Noah with me.
CO2, and I need,
6.0
multiply.
times 10 to the 4th.
There you go. Might
So I
remember.
need to kick off a doctor in the head.
Molecules of CO2. And then you type it all in the calculator, and that'll give you your answer. So 78, 25. So you find 1.0796 times 10 to 24 molecules.
Mole conversions?
They asked.
I still have the nightmares.
They're coming back.
Charlie, that ain't tape.
Can I use this on like the test tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is that the only way my hair is like wrapping around?
I don't care. It's fine.
So we have to memorize these mentally, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not as bad as you think. A lot of them are obvious to you. Okay, like triangle, 3 sides. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't have an issue with those, but.
Yeah, those come to you obviously. Like you're used to. You absolutely can use highlighter. Do what you feel. Whatever will help you.
Will you be on like reminder Facebook or anything at night?
Yeah, I will. I'll be mowing and weed eating those. So just like shoot me the message. I'll respond to you as soon as I can.
Gotcha.
I feel like you're gonna get a lot more views on all of your videos.
Yeah, I'm about to like, I don't know, but it's just not clicking with me. Like, I don't know.
Because this is new, this is different, and you guys have all been trained. You learn something, you do it 1,000 times.
Until you go
In
right.
this, you've learned 5 things, and I'm asking you to do it all together.